Good morning, kitties. How are you? This is Dr. Annette. Yes, I am. I'm a doctor, a real doctor. Not like a medical doctor, not like I would examine you, but like kind of a doctor for your head. I am. And I am so happy that you are here. Look, I have one person here with me. That is so awesome. I hope you stick around. So that was the ABC song. I always want to say thank you to Greg and Steve for that song. I did the visuals, but there are a lot of the visuals out there that I have a lot of people that I thanked. And if you look at my description there are all kinds of links there. All kinds of links, starting with the links for, let me get my email address up there. The links for the worksheets, because on Wednesday is Phonics Day. And so on Wednesdays, I put all the links, or try and get all the links for the phonics sheets that I use. Now, the older sheets that I use on Wednesdays for phonics, those aren't up there. So if you want, now it's going to go all black over here for a minute, but that's okay. But if you want, see, I told you it was going to go all black for a minute. Hold on. Some of those worksheets, hold on, we got the magic going on. There we go. If you want some of those worksheets that are from the past and you don't see them, then email me there, Dr. Dr. Feravich, F as in Frank, E-R-A, V as in Victor, I-C-H, at healthymindbodyspirit.net. And I have probably hundreds of sheets now for your worksheets. So let's go over there. And what I mean, we're changing cameras because there is some technology here, even though hair showed up today, shower showed up today. But where's the makeup people? They didn't show up today. And even the hair people, they kind of rushed it. Camera number 2. There I am. Okay, so let me show you some of the things that we've been doing, all right? So we have been practicing memorizing our letters. So there we have, for the months of the year, we have both capital and small letters. So get yourself a little timer and then say out loud the letters. You need somebody to check it. You can't just be like, oh, that's the letter ink. and then so like, oh yeah, circle that letter ink. No, you can't do that, right? So you probably need somebody to help you make sure that you're getting them right, especially if you really are testing yourself, right? But there are 12 practice sheets for you. I'm sure you'll get to know all of your alphabet by the time you're through, what's the month? May. You can start ready, set, go. And I bet by the end of May, you'll know your alphabet. And if not, use June then, right? Use June. Use July. It doesn't matter. In fact, you can even use June and May if you wanted to, right? That's the beauty of the online class, isn't it? You sort of get a little freedom in what you choose. We have letter writing, capital letters, and small letters for letter writing. So if you want those worksheets, those links are not there. All right. So those links are not below because these are older worksheets. We also did word writing, right? So we had word writing for all of our long vowels and a variety of words we have there, and for all of our short vowels as well. All right. So, and what are our long vowels and our short vowels? Well, let's start with the consonants. There's all of our consonants. So take a picture if you want. Those are our consonants. I eliminated in that screenshot all of the vowels, okay? And here are our vowels, right? And I have a long vowel word there, but in our word writing, we do have short vowels, right? So we've got short vowels in our word writing. And we memorized our short vowels, didn't we? Uh-oh. There we go. And we memorize our short vowels. We start with our long vowels, which say their name. A, E, I, O, U. Those are the ones, those are the letters that are missing from these consonants. Those letters, A, E, I, O, U. Those are the letters missing from these consonants, okay? And those have long sounds, long vowel sounds, say their name, A, E, I, O, U, like in bake. And you can see there when two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. Something you probably want to memorize, I think. The second vowel is E. It is silent, and A says its name. It is a long vowel. Bake. But we also know our short vowel sounds. What are our short vowel sounds? Short vowel sounds are a, going right down the line. So take your eyeballs and put it on the A. A short A says a short E says I. I'm sorry. A short E says a. I was looking at that cute little eye. All right, let's start over. A short A says a short E says a short I says I, a short O says and a short U says a. That's how we're memorizing those vowels. We have worksheets there for you that have sounds, including vowel sounds, short vowel sounds, long vowel sounds, and blends, consonant blends, murmur diphthongs. Diphthongs are vowel blends, right? We talked about adding an E on the end, which would make all those other, which would be silent, but make all of those vowels what? We would put the E on the end. The E would be silent, and make all of those first vowels what? Make all of those first vowels long, right? It would make all of those first vowels long, say their name. So we're going to go in the middle there. So pin becomes pine. Rob becomes robe. Cub becomes cube. We also have a worksheet that's not listed down there because these are older worksheets. If you go back to some of the older classrooms for early bird classroom, you could probably find those links, but it would be a lot easier if you just emailed me and I sent you those links. So there are a lot of those worksheets there that are not linked below that you get to. How do you get to those worksheets? You get to those worksheets. Let me make myself a little small here. You get to those worksheets by emailing me, Dr. Dr. F as in Frank, ERA, V as in Victor, ICH, Dr. Feravich, Dr. F as in Frank, ERA, V as in Victor, ICH, at healthymindbodyspirit.net. We start with the mind first. Why? Because I'm a psychologist. I'm a doctor of psychology, not a medical doctor where I examine your bodies. I'm a doctor of the head. All right, let's go. That's why I know. And what do I know? Why am I teaching you this? If I'm a doctor of the head, why am I teaching you this? Well, because I'm a teacher. That's the reason why. And because learning is, well, as a teacher, I would have to say that learning is the most healthy thing you can do. But I'm a little biased, right? And so if you want to know what bias is, look in our philosophy class last week. We have the word bias there. That means I kind of favor teachers. That's what that means. I'm biased. And what does that mean? I favor teachers is what it means. And so I do think that learning, teaching, and learning is probably the best thing that you can do for your mind, because it just, well, how do you feel when you're learning? I don't mean how do you feel when you're in school. That's not what I asked. I asked, how do you feel when you are learning? And when we're learning, we usually, when we're learning and enjoying ourselves, we're learning something we love. So I didn't care for history, but I'm teaching history now in the Bookless classroom. And oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. You want to know why? Do you know why? Do you know why I love it? Because I'm learning. Because I'm learning. And if you're learning, I think that people love it. But you have to learn what you love, right? I happen to now like history. It was hard for me to learn when I was younger in school because, well, in my mind, nobody made it interesting. Maybe I don't make it interesting for you. Maybe it's not interesting for you. But that's okay. That's okay. There are other things that are interesting to you, and you will learn those things really easily, right? Did you ever notice how when you're learning something that you really like, how easy it is for you to learn? It is. I know. It's the magic of the body and the mind and the spirit. I started with the body there, but I think the mind, healthy mind first. Why? Because I work on the mind, right? Learning. So let's get to today's lesson, shall we? We talked a lot about what we talked about before. Not everything, right? Like we didn't talk about that we learned the words for colors, our colors, right? And also, but don't forget those, right? Those are where? Where do we have those words? We have those in our sight words, right? So all the words we've been learning all along are in this worksheet, our sight words. And right now for our sight words, we are on page 5, if you can believe that. Page 5 for our sight words. So, and do you know what that means? Page 5? Do you know what that means? That if you've been keeping up with this, and if you haven't, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because even if it took you 10 days or 30 days to get to this point, most people, even though I have five of these sight word sheets up there, Most people aren't already on sheet 5 either. Plus, how could they be all the way through sheet 5? Because I'm just giving you the rest of sheet 5. I gave you part of sheet 5 last Wednesday on our Phonics Day last Wednesday, all right? But this is the rest of sheet 5. I'm going to show you what I added to our sight words, right? Here we go. I'm going to show you what I added to these sight words over here to finish up the bottom part here of sheet number 5. All right? So, what I added was, they're called medial. Medial. It's a long, big word. Medial. 3 stops. Actually, it's not a long word. It's a short word, but it sounds long because this short word has 3 stops. Medial. Medial. Okay? All right. So that all that means is in the middle. In the middle. Do you ever sit in the middle of the back seat of your car? Probably not. I don't think anyone has 3 kids anymore, but whatever. Or uses that middle seatbelt. But I don't know. Maybe kids still do. Maybe they still do use that middle seatbelt. Maybe there are families with 3 kids where you have somebody in the middle. Medial. Medial means middle. So let's take a look at what is in the middle of these words. We're going to take a look at, first of all, the sound that's in the middle of these words. All right, so we're going to start at the top here. Let me see if I can get my finger working correctly. Apparently. Let's do it this way. All right, there we go. So we're going to start. Well, that looks much better in it. Here we go. We're going to start at the top here. Put head and hand together. We're going to start at the top here. Do you recognize that word? Can you recognize that word? Now, let's take a look at the first 4 letters and see if you can sound that word out. That very first top word there. See if I can get it together this time again. That very first top word there. All right. D. It's a short I. It's a short I. You're like Dr. Feravich, Dr. Annette. There's an E on the end when 2 vowels go walking. We're going to talk about making words plural. 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 I'm not going to spell it for you. I'm going to have you hear the word for a little while. We'll spell it down the road a little bit. Plural. When we make a word plural, what we do is we make it more than one. So, cat becomes cats. But sometimes things like dish become dishes. All right. I thought about talking about today. I thought about talking about plurals, but we're not quite there yet. So I just gave you an idea. But right now, what we're doing is we're learning words with what? With what? A medial sound. A medial sound. A sound in the middle. Okay. So that first word, we started with dish. That would be one dish. Please put out the dish of beans. Not to the entire family, though. Okay, never mind. Okay, but when we have more than one dish, it becomes dish is, dishes, dishes, dishes. So, what are we doing here? We are looking for the what? The what? We're looking for the what? Medial sound. The sound in the middle. What's the sound in the middle? So you're sitting in the car and you're in the middle and your brother and your sister are on both sides of you. What's the sound in the middle? Middle child, make the sound. Dish is dishes. The middle sound that we are looking at today is sh, sh, sh. But you can see here that we've got that sound spelled in different ways, right? Look at, we have dishes, dishes with an SH. We have, do you know what that is? You know what that word is? washing, washing. So there's the middle SH sound as well. Shh, shh. But, oh, look what we have here. What is that picture? It's a picture of a what? It's a vending what? It's a vending. It's got the medial sound of what? What's the medial sound? The medial sound is shh, shh, shh. It's a vending what? Machine. Machine. Isn't that's kind of a hard word. We are surely getting into about 4th grade words. These here, they're probably 3rd grade words here. Dishes and washing, 3rd, maybe 2nd grade. Dishes here, point Annette, there we go. Dishes here is probably a 2nd grade word, right? Because we just made it plural. Dish is a pretty easy word, right? SH is a consonant blend. I looked actually for some of our consonant blends and I didn't see that we had any SHs. So now we're learning the SH sound, but we're learning it where? Where is the SH sound? The sh sound? Where is that sh sound? In the middle. In the middle, right? So we've got dishes, probably a 2nd grade word. Washing, maybe a 3rd grade word. But machine, that's a 4th grade word. Look at that. Because the SH sound is coming from what? A CH. So CH has a hard CH like church. And CH has a soft CH like sh. Machine. Machine. I'm thinking another one. Chauvinist. Chauvinist is another one. Begins with a CH and a soft CH. Machine. Machine. So if you remember that the CH is a soft CH, can you remember that word? Do you think you can remember that word? I bet you can. I bet you can. Last one there. Look at that. We have another SH sound. If I told you that first O is long and the TIO sounds like an SH, do you think you would know what that word is? Do you think you can sound that word out? The first O is long and starting with TIO, that sounds like SH. Low what? Low shun. Low shun. Actually, the TI sounds like an SH. And then you've got like the sound ON on lotion. Or like son. Like my son is going to the neighbors. SON. That's a sound we have on the end of that word. The ON. It's like an SHON is what it is, right? Lotion. 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 And the ON sounds has the same sound as the word son. My son is going to the store. Okay. Lotion. I don't know sometimes if that helps you or not. That's what I think about. I was thinking about the ON sound in my son, right? In my son's going to the store for me. I was thinking about that. But maybe that's not a good sound for you, right? Especially since that person just left. Okay, moving on. Hurry up. No, we don't need to hurry up. All right, then we have another ing word here. We're going to talk just a little bit for those of you who are, so there's washing, washing. And what do we have there? What do we have there? I bet you know that word because we've seen that word before. It's actually on our sight word list. So the first part of that word, leave off the ing, is what? What? Brush. Brush, right? So we have the SH sound in the middle, sh sound in the middle. The ing is, we put the ing on the end of a word when we're doing it, like doing. I will do, I've done, but if I'm presently doing something, we put an ing on the end of it. So do, D-O, doing, D-O-I-N-G. Let's go to the other page here. Wash, if I'm doing it right now, in the present time right now, I am washing. So what do? we put an ing on the end. Washing. We've got another ing here, brushing. If I'm doing it right now, we put the ing on the end, and I am brushing. Go down to the third word here. What's that third word here? Because I'm doing it. I'm actually doing it. What is that third word? It's got the sh sound. Where is it? In the middle. In the middle. So what is that word? What is that word? Fishing. Fishing. Let's go back up here. So that's when we're doing it, right? I'm presently doing it. Fishing is a kind of a funny word. Because I use it in the past too. I was fishing yesterday. Was fishing. That's a helper. Past tense. Kind of a funny word. Anyway, present tense is still ing, just exactly like what I'm saying. And it has the sh sound in the middle. So fishing. So these words are being added or have been added to Sight Words page 5. The last word there, what do we have there? The O is long, and so is the E. The C, so the O is long, O. The E is long, here in this last word, so it says its name. And the C gives us the sh sound in the middle. You can see the picture. It's kind of an interesting spelling of that word, isn't it? The C gives us the sh sound in the middle. The O is long and the E is long. So what is that? Actually, that E is not really long. That E is not long. Yeah, it's not long. It's ocean. Ocean. Yeah, that E is not long at all. Because otherwise it would be ocean. It's not ocean, it's ocean. So erase that. Take that sound out. Not the sound of, but the sound of me saying, all right, that vowel, that E is not long, right? It's not ocean, it's ocean. Ocean. So a very, very, we call those words that you can't sound out, easily sound out, like maybe fishing, right? We call those words irregular. Irregular. They're not regular words. They're not regular words because you can't sound them out. Fashion is similar. This word fashion here, that is similar as well. It's hard to sound out because it's got that ION on the end of it, right? We can sound out fash. And again, we're looking at what? The middle sound of that word. The middle sound of that word right there. Shh. Fashion. Fashion. And we could see from the picture there, although if I go like this, you can't see my hand, right? I'm pointing at the dress over there. There's the dress right there, but you can't see it. All right, so there we go. So we can see from the dress, that helps us out. That picture helps us out. Fashion. All right, so these are words that are being added to your sight words. What's the top word there? You could figure that out from the picture, right? We know that the middle sound sounds like this. Sh sounds like an SH. Sh. So what is that? Tissue. Tissue. A tissue, Tito. A tissue, Tito. The next one is a compound word. We've learned compound words and we're learning them a little bit more today. Okay, if we get to it, if we keep our fannies moving, we can get to it. Compound word is when two shorter words come together and make a longer word. And this longer word has the SH sound in the where? In the middle. In the middle. The medial SH sound. So, AIR, that word is air. That word is air. We've had ship before, I'm pretty sure. So airship. Haven't heard of an airship before. Is that a flying saucer? I don't know. Is that a blimp? I don't know. That doesn't look like a plane. That looks like a blimp to me. Is that an airship? I didn't know. What's the next word? Third word there. What do we have there? You should probably know that. That's plural. So plural of wash. I did 3 loads of washes today. No, that doesn't make any sense. My washing machine washes my clothes very well, right? Washes can be plural, right? She washes her face. No, it's not. No, it's not. Washes, there's not washes for plural. So that's a verb. That's a verb. That's a verb. What does that mean? It means it's doing something. A verb is a word that's doing something. There are other kind of verbs, but when it like run, and we had running, jump. If I'm doing it, I'm jumping, right? Those are all verbs. I'm doing something. I am climbing, right? Climb and climbing. Climb's a hard word to spell. A little bit hard. Not that hard. It's got a silent B on the end. Who made that up? I don't know. Here is another verb. So it's not more than one push. It is a verb. He pushes his sister. He's doing it right now. He is pushing her. But of course, pushing is not our word. Our word is pushes. Pushes. He pushes her on the swing. Okay? Pushes. All right, let's move to our last medial SH sound. All of these words are now on our sight word quiz. All right? So, up at the top there, what do we have? We've got more than one wish would be wishes. Wishes. The plural of wish, more than one, is wishes. The next word, a compound word made up of 2 small words. What's the first small word? Sun. We have a medial in the middle of that word, the SH sound, sh, long I, because there's an E on the end. So that word can actually be sounded out, right? Sunshine. We have another compound word made up of 2 small words. The middle sound is what? Sh. Do you know what that compound word is? We learned the first word. Short E sound. E-G-G is what? Egg. Middle sound is sh. Eggshell. Eggshell. And the last of our words here is a final compound word. We can see the picture, although that's probably not a great picture of that. You could probably do a better job sounding it out, right? The middle sound is SH, right? Sh. The U is short, The U is short, ush. Put an M in the front of that. Mush. And then what's the last word? Mush what? You could figure it out. Room, mushroom. And there's our last compound word. And so there on page 5, you can see after brush, we have, so there in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows down, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows down. At the very end, the very last word in row number 7 is dishes. And then you can see washing, machine, lotion, brushing, fashion. I can't see the words when I'm like this. Fishing, ocean, tissue, airship, washes, pushes, wishes, sunshine, eggshell, and mushroom. When you put it all together, there are 250 words that you are learning by sight, to see by sight. You want to give yourself spelling quizzes, and I would do 10 words at a time. So now you can ask somebody, you can have those 5 sheets printed out, take a picture of them, whatever you want to do, give them to somebody else, and have them quiz you from those 5 sheets for spelling. So you're learning these sight words in a number of different ways. You're learning how to pronounce them. So we're learning the pronunciation of all of those letters and then those words, but you're also learning how to spell them. Remember, the idea here is that we need to not just talk well, not just read well, but we need to communicate well. And that means that we need to be able to write well. And that means we need to be able to spell our words correctly. Okay? All righty. Now, we were on our capitals worksheet is where we were the last time that we left off. So, this first sheet had all of our instructions on it, if you recall. Let's do this. And then we were getting into our answer sheet. Actually, I will. Let's take a look at that. And then we were getting into our answer sheet. So we went through answer sheet number 1 here, where we circled the words the sentences that started with a capital letter. And then we corrected the 4 sentences below. There's the answer sheet. If you don't want to know the answers, don't look at this yet, okay? All right, here was the answer sheet that we got through for capitalizing proper nouns. So the name of a specific person, Ken, place, Chicago, or thing, Eiffel Tower, right? American, not flag. Flag isn't capitalized, but American is. Name of a specific country, right? So that's a thing as well. All right, and so where were we? We were here. I did number 1 and number 2 for you. So we were looking at these capitalizations and making corrections on these capitalizations. And let me get my worksheet in front of me. I've got so many worksheets out here. We've got a lot of worksheets for, there's one of them. I have a lot of worksheets for our Bookless classroom coming up at 9:15. So join us for that, because that is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to get my resources over here. Kids, hold on, because I can't see that. Okay, there we go. All right, so sentence number 3. My dog's name is Comet. That sentence already has a capital letter for the first word of the sentence, my, right? And so what else do we need? Comet is a proper noun, and a proper noun is the name of a specific thing, in this case, a dog. Number 4, Samantha is the beginning of a sentence, but also the specific name of a person, Samantha. So Samantha needs to be capitalized. Samantha does, that's a long word there. That's gymnastics with Jack. Jack is a specific person, so the J in Jack needs to be capitalized. Number 5, we are going to Hawaii for vacation. How nice for you. We, the first word of the sentence is capitalized, are going to Hawaii is a specific place. So Hawaii needs to be capitalized for vacation. That's it for that sentence. Number 6, tomorrow I am having a party. The only thing we need to correct there is the word I, because in our rules, I, when it stands alone, has to be capitalized. Interesting that does not, but I does. It's a specific person, me, but me doesn't have to, right? My birthday is in December. Here we need 2 corrections. The first word of the sentence. I skipped one. Let's say with number 8. The first word of the sentence needs to be capitalized, my, and then birthday is in December. December is a specific month, so that has to be capitalized. I got so excited because there were 2 corrections in that one. Number 7, where is the bathroom? There's only one correction. First letter of a sentence needs to be capitalized. Where needs to be capitalized. Brian and Justin are brothers. We know the first word of a sentence needs to be capitalized, so Brian needs to be capitalized, but Brian is the name of a specific person, so Brian always needs to be capitalized. And Justin also needs to be capitalized because that is the name of a specific person. And remember, those names always need to be capitalized. Even if you don't know who Justin is, even if you don't know that specific person, those names always have to be capitalized. Number 10, we're going to New York in June. There is a capital letter W on the beginning of that sentence. We're going to New York is a special place, a specific place. So New and York need to be capitalized, the N and the Y, in June. And June is a specific month as well. So June needs to be capitalized as well. Okay, let's see what we've got next. All righty. I think I've got the wrong picture. There we go. Okay, let me see which picture I've got up here. There we go. Okay. All right. So the first letter of a sentence, names of people and places, and the word I are all capitalized. Fix the sentences below. Sammy wore his raincoat to school today. Sammy needs to be capitalized because it's the first letter of a sentence and because it is the name of a person. Mary bought some chocolate truffles. Mary needs to be capitalized because it is the name of a specific person, but also because it is the beginning of a sentence. Bought some chocolate truffles. None of those other words need to be capitalized. Those are not, chocolate is not a special kind of truffle. Lanier is, or whatever those are, I don't know what they're called, I forgot, is a special truffle, but chocolate is not. I took Tabby to see the veterinarian yesterday. I needs to be capitalized because I is always capitalized, but here it's also the beginning of the sentence, right? So I took Tabby. Tabby is the name of my specific, it looks like cat, right? So Tabby has to be capitalized. To see the veterinarian, veterinarian's not a specific person, so that's not capitalized, yesterday. So nothing else in that sentence. Mr. McDermott is a plumber. Mr. is capitalized because Mr. is always capitalized. It denotes a special person. Okay, so Mr. is always capitalized, and so is the first letter of the sentence, right? So Mr. would be capitalized. McDermott is a plumber. McDermott needs to be capitalized. The M needs to be capitalized. And very often when you have a name with an MC, very often the first letter after that, whether it's if it's a Mick or a Mac, McDonald, it would have a capital letter after the MC or MAC. So the D is capitalized. Mr. McDermott is a plumber. It's a little confusing, but it's just always after an MC or MAC, almost always. Not 100%, but almost 100%. Mr. McDermott is a plumber. Plumber is not capitalized because that's not a specific name. I went to the Lincoln Park Zoo to see a hedgehog. I is capitalized because I is always capitalized. Lincoln Park Zoo is the name of a specific zoo. So it's all capitalized. Lincoln Park and Zoo. To see a hedgehog, it's not a specific hedgehog like Tommy the Hedgehog, so it's not capitalized. The Rockets beat the Jaguars in the basketball game last night. The needs to be capitalized because it's the beginning of a word. Rockets need to be capitalized because it's the name of a specific team. Beat the Jaguars. Jaguars is the name of a specific team. So a Jaguar would not be capitalized. But when and a rocket, The word rocket would not be capitalized, but because they are the names of teams, they are capitalized in the basketball game last night. Okay, awesome. We are finally done with capitals now. Right? Yep, there are all the answers right there. Okay, let's see. What page am I on there? Okay, so these are words that I gave you on last Wednesday as well. And these are words that you learn to write, right? So you would write the correct word underneath the picture. So the very first picture is moon. Find the word moon there, as I've said, and then write the word on the line. So this gives you practice with sight words, and it also gives you practice with spelling and your penmanship as well. So there are some more sight words there. So you can see the very first picture is poodle, poodle. Look for the words that are there on the right and find the word poodle and then write it in. Remember, the best way to learn this, and even the fastest way to learn this, is to do all of the work. You'll be surprised what automatically comes to you, just like we were talking in those grammar tips, right? We were talking in grammar tips. I thought, yeah, it was in this class, wasn't it? Yeah. That in these ideas begin in grammar sounds, and spelling become very automatic. You don't have to think about lotion, Lotion. It just comes automatically. You learn it. You don't have to learn that machine is Machine. It's not SH in the middle. It's a CH in the middle, right? How do you learn that? By taking spelling quizzes, by writing words, and by reading. Okay? All right. Now here, these are giving you directions is what they're doing. So this is helping you with learning how to read some of the most basic sentences. The goose is brown. The spoon is green. And then you follow those directions. The broom is orange. The pool is blue. The poodle is red. And the moon is yellow. That's the reason why we had all of our color words, was to help us better read these new sight words. So now we have two sight words, right? We've got those sight words for the picture, and we also learned the sight words for the color. And now we are taking these scrambled words and you're putting those in a sentence. So poodle, pool, the, we can see the is capitalized. So that's the first word of the sentence, right? That's kind of a clue for us. The, in, is, the. Two thes in that sentence, right? Okay. Same thing with the next sentence as well. So now we're practicing making sense of our words and what we're learning. And so we're writing it in a sentence. So we have to make sense of those words. But then also we are learning to spell and write our penmanship. Okay, all right. And so the same kind of thing for the rest of these words on the worksheets. I will, let's see here. So there's another set of words here that you're learning. Balloon, rooster, igloo, caboose, zoo, and shampoo. So you can see that we've learning the diphthong O, and the sound of O. Boat, roof, scoop, raccoon, roots, and scooter. Okay? And then there are all of those words again that I just read. And now what you do is you circle the word in the picture, right? So here, is that a picture at the bottom here? Is that a picture of a scooter or a scoop? Circle the word and then write the word, okay? And now we're answering questions. And now we're going to start here on page 8 when we come back here next Wednesday. All right. So we've got a lot of work to do in our phonics class, but that's okay. I have a couple other interesting sheets that I put up here, and this is one of them. I also have an interesting sheet if you're going camping, right? Because it's Memorial Weekend, so maybe you're going camping. So I've got some fun worksheets that maybe you might want to do when you're camping, like what does not belong. So this is a worksheet for what does not belong. But also I have another worksheet for I Spy for camping. So if you're going camping for Memorial Weekend and you want to work on some of these worksheets, what you will want to do is you will want to email me and I can send those, and you will have plenty of time or plenty of things to do while you are on your camping trip or on vacation. So email me if you want some of those worksheets just to do some fun stuff and keep those wheels spinning when you're on vacay. Dr. Dr. Feravich, F as in Frank, E-R-A, V as in Victor, I-C-H, at healthymindbodyspirit.net. Just say, hey, Dr. Feravich, can you give me all the worksheets that you've been working on? And I'll send them all to you. Okay? Or you can tell me, hey, give me those diphthongs. I love those murmur diphthongs. That's what I like. This is Dr. Annette Feravich. And as you know, I am the teacher, and we are here in, we're going to switch cameras here. See how we did that? Slick. Except for I have to do adjustment. And we are here in the early bird classroom. So you know we always lead into the next topic. Our next topic, we're going to do some reading comprehension. I'm going to read some stories to you, and you're going to answer some questions when I read those stories. But we're getting to our short sentences on our worksheets first. All right, I will see you here tomorrow, and we will be back here to finish our story on Moses.